All right, it is October 13th, 2013, and I'm just checking in as far as my whole weight loss journey and give an update. So, when I last logged, I had decided to take the steps towards weight loss surgery. So I have since started doing that. I first went to the doctor on September 13th and I started the process. So I was evaluated by the doctor and I had all my stats taken and I met with a nutritionist and just some basic information. They went over my history, that kind of thing. The next significant step is to be evaluated by the psychiatrist, and I don't have that until November 7th. So, because I want to get this process going as quickly as possible and not really have any delays, I've also decided to, well, let me back up. The surgeon's office or everything hinges on the psychiatric evaluation. So it could be either a yay or nay based on that. But I don't want to wait until that psychiatric evaluation before I start fulfilling the requirements for the 3 months multidiscipline process where, I need to be part of a weight management program, be seeing a behaviorist, all that kind of stuff. So I am, kind of jumping a little bit ahead, assuming that there won't be any issues with the psychiatric evaluation. And certainly if there are, then, I'll tackle that when it comes. But I need the clock to start ticking so I can hopefully have surgery at the beginning of the year. So I don't know exactly when the clock would start. I don't know if I can so the clock started on September 13th when I first went to have my evaluation, or would the clock start, now that I have started the weight loss program at OSU. So fast forward to October 8th, and I went to part one of orientation for the Healthy Living program at OSU. It involves going to weekly classes, working, setting up it's basically a eating and exercise routine, as well as weekly meetings, that kind of thing. So the evaluation last week just involved going over a questionnaire that I had completed, setting goals, which I kind of liked. I liked the idea of having a vision or a mission statement, setting a 3-month goal, and even I've drilled it down to setting daily goals, things that I feel like are a little bit of a stretch for me, but things that can set me up for success. So not unrealistic goals. So last week, things like, eating breakfast or packing my lunch or making dinner or walking the dog, going out to eat and making healthy choices. So I did that last week. I was kind of 50-50 on the week, and really I think this is just kind of ramping me up. I'm getting to that place. But one thing that I appreciated about it, I started tracking in a spreadsheet. One thing I appreciated about it is that there's kind of a target or a goal that I meet every day, and I'm saying whether or not I hit it, and I can see over time whether or not I am serious, basically, whether or not I am meeting the objectives that I've set for myself on a daily basis. So that's good. Even though, I wasn't as successful this past week as I had hoped, I would have liked. I really fell down when it came to eating out. Went out a couple of times this week and did not make healthy choices. But, oh well. This weekend I planned my meals for the upcoming week. I pre-prepped a lot of things to make it easier on myself. I'm really, really, really trying to commit myself to not working late all the time. So leaving work by 7 o'clock at the latest, but really more between 6 and 7, getting off work so I can come home, prepare my meals, and ultimately eventually setting myself up so that I can begin working out every day or most days after work. And in order to do that, I can't stay at work until 8 o'clock. And I just have to, make this a priority for myself. So, I went through that process. One thing I should talk about is, I don't know if something kind of clicked in my head or what, but from the time that I went to the doctor, the evaluation on September 13th, to the time that I went to see my my primary care physician on the 7th of October, I gained like 8 pounds. And I knew I had gained weight because I was just eating like crazy. And, maybe it's because I know that I was, going to have to let all of that kind of stuff go in my quest to get healthy. I don't really know, but I was eating like crazy. So this past week, my eating hasn't been all that great either, but I think I lost a couple of pounds. So I'm inching towards it. Next week, I'm doing better. I think I'm going to try to go for no alcohol during the week. See how that goes. I am still smoke-free, so not since the beginning of August have I had a cigarette, which is really good. Basically it's been 2.5 months and I seem to be doing fine. I've been around situations where where others have been smoking and I've been able to resist. I do still crave cigarettes. I don't think about them as much, but it's going pretty good. So I feel like this will be somewhat of a non-issue when I really start to crank down. So I think it was good to try to get that out of the way first and then, then start working on the other aspects of my health. Okay. So anyway, I weighed in at like 254 pounds. It's funny, Dr. Griever scale showed that I was like 10 pounds. I was like 260. Then I was on the, at the OSU, the weight management program, healthy living scale, and I think that was a 256 or 254. My scale at home has me at 252. So, I wish, 360 pounds, 354 pounds, 352 pounds. So hopefully when I weigh in on Tuesday, I just hope I haven't gained because that doesn't show that my head is in the right place. So I go in for part 2 of the evaluation, which is sitting down with or doing a physical fitness test and a sit down and kind of work out an exercise plan, sit down with a nutritionist, look at my food, that kind of thing. So, and then I start going to the actual classes starting the following week. So, I'm looking forward to the whole thing. I mean, I feel like I have, something that I'm looking forward to, that I keep thinking to myself, by this time next year, I'm not going to be skinny. I'm not going to be thin. I don't know if I'll ever be thin, but by this time next year, I will have lost at least 100 pounds, if not more. Maybe even 150 pounds. I don't know. That's asking a lot, but you know, it just the idea of being 100 pounds lighter by this time next year is really exciting to me. And for the first time in my life, I feel confident. You know, I'm not going into, you know, a weight loss process hoping that this will be the time that I can be successful. I know I'm going to be successful because I know that I'm going to be getting a tool that's going to help me be successful and change my life. So that's exciting. Um, you know, I don't think that there's really anything else. I don't think I'm going to go home to Oklahoma for the holidays. I just would rather not. Not that I don't want to see my family, but, you know, I think, and just in order to get my mindset right, to focus on changing my behaviors and whatnot, I think I'd just rather not go. Not that, you know, my family would be distracting me or anything like that, but, you know, I wanna go back, and I think part of it is, you know, I don't want to go home weighing 350 pounds. You know, I'm as big as I've ever been, and I, I just, you know, I want to go home and have my family see me and be like, wow, Alicia, you look amazing, or whatever the case may be. So, you know, hopefully I'll see those guys next summer, or maybe even for spring break or something like that. You know, hopefully at that point I'll be 2 or 3 months in from surgery. Saving up lots of vacation time so that I can take out the time that I need. And then, you know, kind of a more long-term plan is, you know, once I get this surgery out of the way and start, you know, kind of establishing a pattern of normalcy or a new normal for myself, I'm, you know, going to really seriously figure out how to get the hell out of Columbus, Ohio, because I don't like it here. And that's not true. So that I don't like it here. I have no connections here. I have no one here. I have nothing. Now, is part of that because of my weight? Probably. Probably. You know, I haven't made the effort to go out and meet new people and establish relationships. So, yeah, could very well be. I may feel completely different, but I don't think so. I don't know. I hate my job. I shouldn't say I I love the company that I work for. I hate the job that I do. And I don't want to do it anymore. And I'm 40 years old and I got to figure something else out. So, anyway, I am digressing. I'm off on a whole nother tangent. This is about my just documenting the steps towards getting healthy. So, orientation part one down. I've gone to see my primary care physician. I've gone to see the bariatric surgery team. I will be scheduling a gynecology visit. I've had an EKG. I have an EGD coming up, the psychiatric evaluation. I'm actually going to see a urologist just because of the challenges I've always had with the incontinence. So, yeah, I mean, it's really about getting my act together, getting everything together, mental, physical, everything. So it's a process, and I am looking forward to the process of truly being healthy for the first time ever. I mean, really healthy. You know, I haven't had any major issues, but strong and fit and both physically and mentally. So Yeah.